What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So apparently I uploaded a video this morning and for some reason you guys couldn't see anything that I was looking at. So now here I am back in the lab and I'm going to do something I've never done. I don't know if Adam22 copyrights his stuff, but we're going to go ahead and react to a video where Adam is explaining why he downsized the staff at No Jumper. I'm sure this is going to be a whole bunch of untruths. But let's just start off with the obvious. Who the hell is he sitting with? Is this a winning team? You have Adam and his purse, right? Extremely unliked. And then you have Poetic Flaco, the other side of Adam22. Again, extremely unliked. The other two guys, I don't know who they are. But I would say this. I get that No Jumper wants to be maybe less business-like. But people should still show up to work looking like they work, right? You have two dudes that look like they're in sweats. One for sure. Flaco, I'm surprised he even has shoes on. He's got a half gallon of water, whatever that is. I know my setup. My setup is not the most spectacular, but at least I put a shirt on. I ironed my shirt. Washed my face, brushed my teeth. But I'm not a multi-million-dollar platform. Does this look like a multi-million-dollar platform, or does it look like what it is? A ship sinking. Let's see what Adam has to say. Let's see if he's still in the victim role, if he's trying to convince people of some alternate reality within his mind. Let's get it.
Realize that No Jumper has done a bit of downsizing over the weekend. I'm not talking about the fact that AD&T Rail and everybody that they pieced out. I'm talking about more on a staff level. So you would have to have a certain level of familiarity with No Jumper to necessarily know about everybody. And I'm not going to go through one by one or anything like that, but I do.
I mean, the Adam looks miserable. And these guys here, like, there's no smiling. It's just, that's got to be a horrible work environment to walk into. And at the end of the day, it comes from the top. The decisions, the actions, and the words of the man at the top. Adam22, what he has done to this powerhouse that he once had. It all rests on him. And unfortunately, he's laying people off that didn't say what he said, that didn't do what he did, and they're finding themselves out of work.
Do just want to make it clear from our perspective that nobody who got laid off is someone who was doing a bad job or
Then why did they lose their job?
that was, we didn't get rid of anybody because we thought they were disloyal or because we didn't like them or some shit like that.
Why did you do it, Adam?
It was strictly downsizing. Like, we just had hired too many people. And especially when you have, however many, 5, 6, 7 people leaving that are consistently doing content.
So 5, 6, 7 people left that were doing content, that were earners for the company. They left. And because they left, you feel like other people who weren't showing any disloyalty, funny that he would use that word, right? But people that didn't show any disloyalty and were actually good at their job, it makes sense to let them go in a multi-million-dollar company. I don't understand that. If you have people that are loyal and doing a good job, you find a way to keep those type of people. But what do I know?
On the channel, like, there was a time period where we had a bunch of people doing interviews on the podcast very frequently, and it felt like it was necessary for us to have 6 editors. That time is like clearly passed, and so it was the kind of thing that you hate to have to do as a business owner, but at a certain point you got to be like, our overhead is just getting out of control, and we got to really like focus on the shit that's actually working right now. And even before those dudes left, a lot of the content that we were producing, where we were just sort of like letting people hang out on camera or whatever, it wasn't necessarily like making revenue that was allowing us to then.
How much is this making right now? This conversation is a business conversation amongst people in sweats and slippers. But he decides that it's content and that somehow it's going to generate income for his company.
And pay the editors. So, I just wanted to like make that perfectly clear, is that people are probably hearing about it a bunch, but that it doesn't mean that No Jumper's done. It just means that we needed to consolidate a bit. You see,
Adam, all of us that are blessed to have people watch us, we don't decide when they're done with us. And these are the small things that show the arrogance of this man. Letting go of people that are productive and loyal. I don't get it, man. This isn't this. I don't see how this meeting right here, man. You need to put some kind of dress code. You don't got to be an ass about it, but there needs to be some kind of dress code. You need to clean up the clutter on that damn shelf right there. Like, I know I'm just tripping, but I don't get how this guy makes millions and millions. The carpet, like everything I'm looking at is like low budget. Like he has the means to put together something that people are going to be like, this is a show. And he had the people with him to keep the money rolling. It's kind of like Vince McMahon. When he decided he wanted to wrestle. Get off the camera, Adam. Let these guys that you hired do their thing. We don't know who these guys are right here, and nobody likes Flacco. These other two, I don't know who they are. Is that Brick Baby? Hold on, that might be Brick Baby. Does he work there now? See, I don't know. I don't know who works there. I don't watch this. I'm making this because it's one of the first things that popped up on my feed this morning, and I need to give you guys some content today. I was headed out the door, and I saw the comments where you guys were saying, hey, Dubs, we can't see what you're reacting to. And I'm like, holy shit. Now let me record something, and hopefully it doesn't get held for review.
See, this actually honestly happening with a ton of different industries right now, whether it's the tech world, Amazon, McDonald's.
Everybody,
that is Brick Baby.
And I'm not sure that we're doing it for the same reason that they're doing it, but the reality is like at a certain point for me, especially with everything that's gone on the past couple of months, it's like I kind of just needed to zoom out, look at the business, and say, okay, we're spending this much to make this.
That's hilarious. Raza knows. That's hilarious that he has that on his sweater, his hoodie, whatever that damn thing is. FTP. Fuck that puto. That's what it means to Raza. Those of you that don't know. That's funny that he has that.
This much. And that maybe doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense. Maybe we got to spend a little less, especially if we're going to be making less. So it was a tough decision because like a lot of these people really like, I'm coming in here every day seeing them. I'm having conversations with them and stuff. And, they're big parts of the brand. They're helpful. The fucking people at home are loving them and everything. And, it was unfortunate and I feel bad about it. But at the end of the day, it's just business,
You are going to be public enemy number one regardless.
Yeah, and in that way, it felt like maybe this is not the worst time to do it because it's already fucking warfare.
Like regardless, like you're the boss of the podcast. Like you have to make the final decisions of everything. Yeah. So and once they see everybody that's gone, they're gonna criticize, and you're gonna be a Klansman. You're gonna be all of the above. But
I'm a Wu-Tang Klansman.
They're gonna say whatever. They say the craziest shit, and I'm like, bro. How the fuck do you guys get that from Adam? Like, I've been knowing you for years, bro, before the podcast, before all this shit. So,
easy. I think that, there are times a lot of us, I just did a video on my other channel having to apologize for something. And I don't know Brick Baby. He don't know me. And this is just some advice, man. Easy co-signing for somebody who has allegations against them like Adam has. When you start saying I've known you for years and I don't know where people get stuff from, don't forget the allegations and the things that Adam has admitted to. Don't forget that he turned his back on people that straight up AD. When the whole thing happened with American Cholo, this dude Flaco, who was a big reason of it, and Adam, them two were the biggest reason why that whole thing happened, and they ran up out of there. And who was there? AD. And who was Adam disloyal to? The guy that stood up for him.
Like, I think that you genuinely fuck with the culture, and that's why you even started podcasting and touching on topics around the culture. And then,
is he serious? How many people have had physical harm done to them due to questions? And people say, well, Adam's only asking the question, or Vlad is only asking the question. You're asking men who are caught up in their ego questions that they think, first thing they think, I ain't trying to look like no punk. And they're going to answer it in a way that's going to create a reaction. Adam cares about the culture? When? As soon as he starts seeing money not coming in like it used to, let's see.
You opened up the door for the culture, for people from the culture to come in and get their shit off on your platform.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And at a certain point, like, all right, this is the thing. There's been a ton of things that No Jumper has done over.
Hey, what's that dude? That dude's name? No cheese. I'm not trying to just no cheese. That black dude. I think he's out of Texas. I don't know where he's out of. He's opening doors for his own people. Adam is profiting off of other communities that he has zero respect for. Wow, I'm kind of glad I did do this, and I hope they don't stop this one. Hopefully, it's not going to turn red because this is important. I don't get it. I mean, this is weird.
Over the years, that at some point we kind of stopped doing like shit that we tried content wise. Like I remember it was totally normal in like 2018, 2019. We would fly to Rolling Loud. We'd fly to Lyrical Lemonade Festival just to make a vlog, just to maybe make 2 vlogs or whatever. And that seemed like at that point in my life, I wanted to do that. And it seemed like it was good enough content or whatever. But then, you kind of zoom out as time goes by and it's like, well, I am damn near 40. Do I really want to be like going to different festivals every weekend? And does this really make sense as a business model when we're like, going to festivals to basically just fight to get content to maybe like best case scenario make like a couple $1,000, which does not pay for the hotels and the flights and shit. So like over time we fell back on that. I remember when we were on Melrose, there was a period of time where we were doing IRL live streaming, having people just walk around on the street filming and doing live streaming stuff and everything.
Adam is complaining about doing the things that got him to where he is now. And what it is he stopped. Maybe he had fun in the beginning, and then the money started coming, and then he got wrapped up in the money rather than having fun. Because if you look at him, you can see he's not having any fun at all. Once you're a multi-million-dollar company like you have, Adam, and you've bragged about in the past, what does it matter if you pay a few thousand to go do something that the fans really liked? You had a recipe for success and you threw it out the window, and now you're seeing the effects of that
thing. And over time it just kind of became like, is this really worth it? And then we kind of landed on shit that worked, which was like, okay, let's do podcasts because we can actually control how it works and like how much it costs to make that kind of content and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like there's been moments in the last couple of weeks where I've been like, maybe I only need like 1 or 2 people to talk to. Maybe I want like a really small crew of people. But it is like people like all y'all who like keep hitting me up, like getting me motivate. I have to shout out Sharp because Jesus Christ, Sharp just calls me and is just like a fucking Energizer bunny of just getting me geeked up to
that's
do
what
shit.
Sharp does. Now don't fall under that line of work now.
No, I'm not. You're not putting me on the blade at this time. Yeah.
He got him geeked up. Look, that's what Sharp. Shout out Sharp though. But hey, that's what he does though. He's like great at that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his. I don't want to put his professional
former professional.
Yeah, former professional. Yeah. Whatever. He's a life coach, a professional life coach.
That's
you
true.
know what I'm saying? You got to motivate a motherfucker to go get that money. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not saying that. You know what I'm saying? That.
I've seen enough, and I'm sure you guys have too. I don't expect a lot of views from this. I only have a little bit over a minute. I guess we'll finish it, but. Obviously, I think that's a glimpse into what's going on. Adam is depressed. Adam doesn't even want to do what he's doing, and I get it. But, at the end of the day, if he doesn't recognize that he's the reason why things are falling apart and his decision, he needs to bring somebody in that knows how to run a business. He brought in people and then called it a business. But again, man, not to be petty, but I promise you, if I had $1 million, multi-million-dollar company, I'm not going to be on camera with people in sweats. It's different if it's a guest. These are employees. This is how they're coming to work, man. This is not a good representation of a multi-million-dollar corporation. Then again, Adam, sets the tone when he comes in slippers and a purse.
That was a joke, but.
No, but
at the end of the day,
that was a joke, yeah.
There's been moments where I was like, I look at a lot of people who are my peers or who do similar content or whatever. I look at like an Ack. Ack don't really got overhead to making this content. I'm sure he pays somebody to chop it up for YouTube, whatever. But for the most part, I mean, like he sits on his computer and he talks about whatever he wants to talk about, and then he has somebody clip it up and put.
Okay, but Ack has personality that you lack. You are not capable of doing that. And I hope that you've identified that, Adam, and you would have kept people around you. Again, you cannot put a price on loyalty, man. You had people around you that were loyal to you, and you've been disloyal to every one of the ones that are loyal.
Put it on YouTube, and that's his whole...
He's about to, though. He's launching the Academy on April... Well, yeah.
Oh, so this is...
You're a whole network.
Yeah. Because I heard him talking about it, but I hadn't actually seen him really, like, making moves to do it.
Yeah, like with, like, new, like, hosts and new different shows and podcasts. Yeah.
Oh, I respect him.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're a whole network, bro. Like, don't let that fool you. Like, people look...
Yeah, I can't take any more of it. I know we only got a few seconds left, but that's it, man. This... Hey, thank you guys for being here. I kind of apologize for doing this video, but it's interesting. This was interesting to me. We're witnessing something. Hopefully everybody comes out healthy, even though I don't like Adam. I damn sure can't stand the charges, the allegations against him, and he admitted them, so I don't have sympathy for him. But I hope everybody else in that room, even Flaco, I hope you guys can bounce back, man. I hope you guys realize you are the orchestra on the Titanic. They played them songs, but them songs didn't keep the boat up. With that, I'm out.